Hi everyone, I'm Olivia Dean and I'd like to welcome you to Learning at Home TV. We have some fabulous Queensland teachers ready to share lessons with our primary school students. And I'm going to be guiding kids in their early years through their subjects. Coming up in English, we will learn about writing descriptions. In mathematics, we'll investigate calendars. And our science lesson is about how we are affected by the weather. So if you're all ready to learn, let's begin. Let's start the morning off correctly with a bit of exercise. Activity is important because it makes bones nice and strong. It helps kick our minds into gear and it makes us feel happy. So let's join our special guest netballer with big smiles on our faces.
Hi, my name's Macy Gardner and I'm from the Queensland Firebirds and I'm here to get active with you today. The first exercise that we're going to do is footed lateral hops. So I want you to find a nice flat area on the ground and I want you to start with your feet shoulder width apart and we're going to hop onto our right and left foot like this, making sure that we're transferring our weight. And the next exercise we're going to do is a chest pass, and you're going to have your feet shoulder width apart, stepping forward on one leg and pushing the ball forward. And keep doing this and rotating your feet over. And the last exercise is going to be forward lunges. So we're going to have our feet shoulder width apart again, and we're going to be lunging forward onto our right and left foot like this, making sure that our knee doesn't go over our toe. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and getting active with me. Bye.
Have you ever been to a museum? They are wonderful places to find out about our natural world or to explore the secrets of objects from the past. One of the things I like to look for when I visit museums is the word plates. They tell you the stories about the objects and the displays. They're so interesting. Today, Amanda is going to read a story about Rosie and Wallace and how they're creating their own museum.
Hi there. How are you today? My name's Amanda. In the story we're going to read, Rosie and Wallace create a bush museum. They write words to label all the trees and animals so visitors to the bush museum can learn information about them. Writing words can be a great way to share information with others. Authors use carefully selected words when they write their stories. Let's now read the story, The Bush Museum, a Rosie and Wallace story.
The Bush Museum, a Rosie and Wallace story. "This is such a good spot for a bush museum," said Wallace to Rosie. "Let's label the trees so all the animals can see which tree it is." "I don't know much about trees," said Rosie. "Is this just a gum tree?" "Just a gum tree?" said Wallace. "This gum tree is 60 metres tall. It is much taller than us." "Is this just a fig tree?" said Rosie. "Just a fig tree?" said Wallace. "This fig tree is 100 years old. It is much, much older than us." "I'm glad we're making a bush museum," said Rosie. "This is such an interesting spot." The bush museum was such a hit that lots of animals and boys and girls came to see it. They came to see which tree was which, and which animal was which.
Rosie and Wallace did a great job creating a bush museum. The labels at their bush museum provided lots of information to the visitors. I'm creating a museum too. I have some objects here for my museum. Do you know what these objects are? Have you seen them before? This is a chrysalis. A chrysalis is a hard shell of a moth or butterfly. Butterflies hatch from a chrysalis. And this is a globe. A globe is a map of the planet Earth shown on a sphere, which is a round surface. A globe shows us where the different countries, oceans, rivers in lakes in the world are found. I have written labels for these objects. Let's read them together. Chrysalis and globe. This label goes with the chrysalis. And this label goes with the globe. These labels tell visitors to my museum what the objects are, but I would like to give them more information. I will write a sentence for each object to tell more about them. But before I write my sentence, let's revise simple parts of a sentence. A simple sentence is a single thought or idea that makes sense. It needs to have different parts. These parts make up a thought or an idea in a simple sentence. Do you know the parts of a simple sentence? The parts of a simple sentence tell us what is happening. This is a word that represents a happening or action. This is the verb in the sentence. Who or what is involved? This is the person, place or thing involved in the happening or action. These are nouns or noun groups. A simple sentence may also contain a surrounding circumstance. This gives us more details about the when, where or how the action is taking place. A simple sentence always includes what's happening and who or what is involved. And sometimes it includes surrounding circumstances. Now that we've revised the parts of a simple sentence, I'm going to write simple sentences about the chrysalis and the globe to give more information about these objects in my museum. On the table, I have words that are broken into the parts of a sentence. I'm going to use these parts to create simple sentences about my objects. I want my simple sentence to tell us about the chrysalis. This is the thing or the what in my sentence. It tells what my sentence will be about. I know my sentence must include an action or a happening. What action or happening is taking place? What happens to the chrysalis? What does it do? The chrysalis changes. Changes is the verb in my sentence. I now have what my sentence is about, the chrysalis, and an action or happening. Changes. The chrysalis changes is a simple sentence. But I want to add some more detail to tell my visitors to the museum how it changes. I will add into a butterfly to give my sentence more details about how the chrysalis changes. There, I've now finished my simple sentence about the chrysalis. The chrysalis changes into a butterfly. Now let's create our simple sentence to give more information about the globe. This time I want my simple sentence to tell about the globe. So the globe will be the first word or thing or the what in my sentence. I know my sentence must include an action or a happening. What action or happening is taking place? What happens to the globe? What does it do? The globe shows. Shows is the verb in my sentence. I now have what my sentence is about, the globe, and an action or happening, shows. But I want to tell about what the globe shows. The globe shows the countries in the world. There, I've now finished writing my simple sentence about the globe. The globe shows the countries of the world. Oh, I'm so excited. My museum's finally starting to come together. I'm going to find some more objects for my museum and write labels and sentences to give more information about each object. Today we read a story about Rosie and Wallace. They had lots of fun creating their very own museum. Just like in a real museum, they wrote labels to tell their visitors about the trees and the animals. We also made a museum and revised parts of a simple sentence so we could write sentences to tell about our objects. Why don't you have a go at making your own museum? You could find interesting objects around your house and write labels and sentences to tell about them. Have fun. Bye for now.
I'm thinking about the special events that have happened to me already this year. I had a birthday, I bought a new puppy, and my sister is having a new baby in 2 weeks' time. How did I know when all of these events were due to happen? Well, I kept track of them on my calendar, and calendars are the subject of our mathematics lesson today.
Hi everyone, my name's Anne and this is my friend Terry.
Hi Anne, hi everyone.
Today we'll investigate calendars and how they help us keep track of days, months and special events. I have a special event coming up, my birthday. I've brought in my party box with party hats and streamers so I can start planning.
Anne, what day of the week is your birthday on?
I don't know, Terry. I know the date of my birthday, but not what day that will be.
We can use a calendar to find out. Calendars show us the days of the week and the months of the year. Let's look at the video to see how to use calendars.
Using a calendar. We're looking at calendars today. Calendars tell us what day and date it is and remind us when special events are coming up. This calendar is for the year 2020. This might be a different year than the calendar you are using. Calendars are organised into months. There are 12 months in a year. I wonder what month your birthday is in. Let's pick a month to look at. June. Each month on a calendar is organised into columns that go down and rows that go across. The days of the week are at the top of each column, and this means that each week is in one row. Each box represents a day. There is a number in each box, and the numbers are in order. The number is the date. There is a space in each box for us to write or draw special events we need to remember. Now I'm going to fill in some special events for this month, June. It's my sister's birthday on the 4th of June. Let's find the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 means this is the 4th day of June. My sister's name is Rachel, so I'll write Rachel's birthday. I could draw a present too to remind me. If I look up the column from the 4th, I can see the 4th is a Thursday. My puppy needs to go to the vet on the 8th, so let's find the 8th. I need to be there at 9 o'clock, so I'll write 9 o'clock vet, so I'll remember when to go. I might draw him too. If I look up the column, I can see that the 8th is a Monday. To remember I'm going fishing on the 20th, I'll write it in the calendar and draw a big fish. By looking up the columns, I see the 20th is on a weekend. If I didn't write down the special events coming up in my calendar, I might forget them. You can use a calendar to write special events in. You could write in when your birthday is, and when your family's and friends' birthdays are, or even when school holidays are. When you're looking at your calendar, you might like to find out how many days are in a month. I wonder if all the months have the same number of days.
Calendars are definitely very handy for keeping track of special events. So now that I know that calendars have rows that go across and columns that go down, the days of the week are at the top of each column and the dates go in each box of the calendar. It is really a great idea to write events on the calendar so you know when they are.
I have a calendar here, Terry. This page shows the month of July, which is my birthday month. My birthday is on the 11th of July. Let's use it to see what day of the week that'll be on.
Great idea, Anne. So the days of the week go along the top. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I can see the date of the 11th, and when I follow the column up, it is on a Saturday. Anne, your birthday is on a Saturday.
Wow! Thanks, Terry. Now I know my birthday will be on a Saturday. I also know that there are 12 months in a year, with July, my birthday month, being the 7th month. The months are January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Terry, do you know that some months have 31 days in total? Some have 30 days in total, and February has either 28 or 29 days in total. It can be a bit tricky to remember which month has a particular number of days, but I know a rap that can help us remember. Let's listen.
30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31. But wait a minute, you're not done. February leaps from time to time from 28 to 29. 30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31. But wait a minute, you're not done. February leaps from time to time from 28 to 29. From 28 to 29.
That's a great rap. Let's test it out together. I'll say a month. You say the rap in your head to work out how many days the month has.
That sounds like fun.
Ready?
Ready.
September.
30 days. September has 30 days.
Wow, that's right. What about December?
31 days. December has 31 days.
Great job, Anne. Thinking about December makes me think of hot, sunny weather. December is officially the first month of summer. Summer in Queensland is always a hot time of the year. Do you know how many months of the year on each season? Let's investigate.
Summer. In summer, it's really hot. The months of summer are December, January and February. Autumn. What's the weather like in autumn? In autumn, it starts to cool down. The leaves on the trees change colour, then fall to the ground. The months of autumn are March, April and May. Winter. Then it turns cold and winter arrives. The winter months are June, July and August. Spring. After winter, it begins to warm up again. The flowers bloom and it is spring. The spring months are September, October and November. Each month belongs to a season. There are 12 months in the year and 4 seasons.
So I know there are 12 months in the year and 3 months in each season. But what about my birthday month? I wonder what season is taking place in July. That's right, it's winter. Did you see snow in that picture of the winter season? It's really rare that it snows in Queensland, but it does get cold. Wow, Terry, we've learned so much about calendars today. We've learned that calendars help us to see days of the week and dates, and are especially useful to help us remember special events.
And we've learnt that there are 12 months in a year and that these months can have different numbers of days. We've also learned about the seasons that occur during the year.
And don't forget that great rap, Terry. That was my favourite. Thanks so much for joining us today. You might like to add some information on a calendar about a special event you're looking forward to. You could start with the birthdays of all your family members. Thanks for helping me today, Terry.
No problem, Anne. My pleasure. Bye, Anne.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, I liked that rap. I must add something to my calendar, a reminder to take my puppy to his first vet checkup. Now, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling great, and I'm looking forward to this next wellbeing activity because it is a helpful exercise that involves breathing into our tummies.
Hi, my name's Renee. This is Melissa. She's a teacher of the deaf. It's important that you look after your well-being. Helping our bodies and our mind relax is good for our well-being. Tummy breathing is one way to help us relax. Did you know that breathing deep into our tummy also helps our concentration as well as keeping us calm? We're going to practice some tummy breathing today. When you are tummy breathing, you might like to be laying down on the floor, sitting in a comfortable spot, or even standing up. Whatever suits you. I'm going to be standing up today. Place your hands high on your tummy, or you can put a pillow or a soft toy on your tummy. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Continue to slowly breathe in through your nose and count 1, 2, 3 in your head or out loud, and then breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and out. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing in and out. Can you feel your tummy going in and out? What can you feel when you're breathing? You can do this tummy breathing throughout the day. You might like to start the day with tummy breathing or whenever you need to relax. Thanks for joining us for our brain break.
When I wake up in the morning, I think about the activities that I have planned for the day, and that helps me to decide what I'm going to wear. And the other thing that I think about before I get dressed is the weather. Let's hear about why that's important too.
Hi, I'm Jane. We make thousands of choices every day, making decisions on what to say, how to behave, and even what to wear. That's right, we always are observing our environment with our senses, taking in information which our brain processes, and from this we can make decisions about things we do every day. For example, when we wake up, we choose what clothes to wear for the day. We make a decision to select clothes that will keep us warm or cool or dry. So how do we decide when to wear shorts or a scarf or rain boots or sunglasses? We use our observations of the weather to help us. We also use these observations to make decisions about our activities. For example, if the weather is rainy, would we go outside to play? No, we're more likely to choose to stay nice and dry indoors and read a book. The weather affects our everyday life. Today, we're going to explore exactly how the weather affects people in their daily lives by looking at their jobs. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of different people and play a game of Who Am I? I'm going to describe some of the activities that people do in their jobs, and you can guess what jobs they've done. Are you ready? Let's go. Who am I? I use different colours in my work. I can work inside and the outside of buildings. I sometimes work on platforms hanging from long ropes, and I use this tool. I'm a painter. The job of a painter is to paint inside and outside of buildings. let's think about how the weather would affect a painter who is on the outside of a building. What do you think would happen if it was stormy weather? Remember, stormy weather means there's rain and wind and maybe even thunder and lightning. Would a painter be able to paint outside? No, it'd be too wet to paint. The paint wouldn't dry and might even run off. Also, if it was really stormy, it would be too dangerous for the painter to work in lightning and thunder. This means that the painter would have to wait for dry, safe weather. Now, what about hot weather? What effect would hot weather have on a painter? Well, if it was really hot, the sun might make the painter feel tired and unwell. Also, they might get sunburnt. The painter would have to make sure they're protected from the sun by choosing appropriate clothes to wear. Sometimes, when it's too hot, the paint dries too quickly and is tricky to spread out. We don't want a streaky building. Okay, are you ready for the second worker? Who am I? I have lots of land. I grow food like this. I have tractors and drones. I am a farmer. We have many farmers in Australia. They grow fruit, vegetables and animals that we eat. What effect might stormy weather have on a farmer? Well, some rain would help things to grow. It might fill up the dams as well. But if there was too much rain, it could flood the land and wash away the soil and the plants. If farmers walk across their land, they would need to wear really long waterproof boots. If it was really windy, some of the plants might get damaged. This would mean the farmer would have to wait for the water to disappear, remove the damaged plants and start growing new plants all over again. And drones can't fly in strong wind, so they won't be able to work either. Now, what effect would hot, dry weather have on a farmer? Too much sun might make them feel unwell, just like the painter. So if a farmer walked across their land, they would need to make sure they are protected from the sun. Also, too much heat can dry out the ground, which means plants and animals might not get enough water. So a farmer would have to make sure they are providing plenty of water for their plants and their animals. Okay, are you ready for the last worker? Who am I? I'm in the air most of the time. I help people when they are sick or injured. I use this for transport. I'm a rescue helicopter pilot. Rescue helicopter pilots help people who may be in trouble in remote places. That is, places that are far away from cities. They fly to the injured person, collect them and transport them to the closest hospital. They are very important in making sure everybody receives fast medical attention when they need it. What effect would stormy weather have on a rescue helicopter pilot? If it's too windy or rainy, it would make it very dangerous to fly a helicopter and too difficult to see the people that need rescuing. The rescue helicopter pilot would have to wait until it's safe enough to fly. And what effect would hot weather have on the rescue helicopter pilot? Hot weather could also affect how the helicopter moves, so the pilot would need to think about how the weather conditions would affect the aircraft when they're flying it. Today, we explored how weather affects the work of painters, farmers and rescue helicopter pilots. We discovered observing the weather helps to make decisions about what clothes they would wear and the activities that they do, and make sure that they are safe. We now know that our observations about weather help us to make decisions about what to wear and the activities we do. Everyone considers the effect of weather in their everyday lives. Now it's your turn. This afternoon, you might like to think about what effect the weather has had on jobs of family members. You could also draw a picture of their work in stormy weather and hot weather. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Let's take a brain break. We should probably take off our thinking caps and put on our imaginary swimming caps for the next activity. Then Luke will be along to keep the middle primary kids company for their lessons. Bye now.
Hi, I'm Lauren. Hi, I'm Maddie and I'm in grade 5.
Maddie, what's your favourite hobby?
Swimming.
Me too. What's your favourite stroke?
Breaststroke.
Me too. Should we do some swimming moves to get active today?
I'm pumped. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, the first one we're going to do is some kicking on our bottom. We're going to do some freestyle flutter kicks. Kick, 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 kick. That's it. Work that tummy. Oh, kick faster. Nice. Let's try some freestyle arms on our stomach. Laying down on our tummy. Let's do big reaching out in front. Big freestyle arms. That's it. Nice work. Great kicking too. Oh, let's jump up. Let's try the hardest stroke of all, probably the butterfly. So we're going to bend at our hips, do some big arms over the front. Butterfly, pull through. Big, big arms. That's it. One more. Woo. Nice work. Thanks for being active with me today, Maddie.
You're welcome. I had fun today.
Excellent. We'll see you next time.
Bye.